Testing. Hey, Alexia, where are we?
Hey, Foster. We are at Palácio de Cristal. Jardins do Palácio de Cristal. So, the gardens of the Crystal Palace.
Gardens of the Crystal Palace.
Yes.
In Porto, Portugal, we have a view of the River Douro.
Douro River.
Which is beautiful. Little baby playing, so just gently waiting.
Yeah, so here you guys can see what we have to deal
with. Yeah, we almost always deal with things.
Yes.
Okay.
When we have to record any episode.
Ready to start the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oi, pessoal. Aqui é a Alexia. Bom, antes de começar, eu queria falar umas coisinhas aqui com vocês. Nós estamos preparando coisas muito bacanas para 2020. Então, a cada mês, nós teremos um challenge diferente, ou seja, um desafio. Pelos 12 meses do ano que vem, nós vamos ter desafios sobre temas específicos que vão te ajudar a melhorar o seu inglês. Por exemplo, nós vamos ter challenges sobre phrasal verbs, sobre prepositions e como aprender gramática sem precisar usar livros didáticos. Vai ser muito legal, a gente está super animado com isso e queremos muito que você participe. Então, se você é sério com o seu inglês, você deve participar dos challenges. Para saber mais sobre esse e muitos outros assuntos, vá lá no inglesnuecrupodcast. Okay, now on with the show. Como vocês já sabem, o Cambly é o nosso parceiro aqui já há muito tempo. Nós amamos ter eles aqui conosco. E queremos aproveitar e relembrar que você pode fazer ainda hoje uma aula de graça com o professor nativo de inglês, colocando o nosso cupom inglesnuecrupodcast lá no Cambly.com ou no aplicativo do Cambly em minutos grátis, logo depois de você criar o seu profile, né, o seu perfil. Então, assim, gente, se você quiser falar sobre algo específico de inglês, se você quiser testar a sua gramática, a sua conversação, se você quiser falar mais sobre phrasal verbs, se você quiser ter uma conversa sobre business, qualquer coisa parecida, ou então se você estiver treinando para uma entrevista de emprego, vale muito a pena. Você vai estar falando com um nativo da língua inglesa, uma pessoa que você não conhece, né? Vai estar testando, se desafiando. Eu acho isso uma das coisas mais importantes do mundo. Então vai lá, Cambly.com ou o aplicativo do Cambly, Inglês no Podcast, cria seu perfil, coloca seu e-mail, não precisa colocar cartão e pronto. Então, agora é o nosso episódio. Now, on with the show.
Hello, hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Inglês no Cru. My name is Foster. And I'm here with
Alexia. Hi, guys.
Hey, Alexia, how are you doing?
I'm fine. What about you?
I am doing wonderfully. We are recording live from the Crystal Palace Gardens.
Yeah, Gardens of the Crystal Palace. Yes, it's the same.
Jardins do... Não, como que é?
Jardins do Palácio de Cristal.
Isso. In Porto, Portugal, with a view of the Douro River.
And Ponte da Rábida.
Yeah, so it's beautiful, but there's a lot of noise, a lot of tourists, so we are just going to deal with it.
Yes, because this is real life.
This is the real life of a podcaster. So let's get into it today. Alexia, I want to talk about one of the most difficult groups or collections of sounds that we have in English. Do you know what sounds I'm talking about?
Yes. So, schwa sound and the silent B, the silent S.
Nope.
No?
No. What I'm talking about today are some difficult R sounds.
Ah, okay.
In English.
I thought you were asking me generally and not specifically.
Ah, okay. So, when I say a collection of R sounds, I really want to make this clear because in English, there are many different R sounds, right?
Yes.
We call this rhotics or rhotics, depending on your pronunciation. But that is the study of R's. There is an entire area of study just dedicated to studying R's because they are so different, so difficult, and so crazy.
Okay.
What do you think about that? Is that interesting to you that there are people that spend a good portion of their life just studying the different R sounds?
Everything is interesting. Why wouldn't it be interesting? I love that you spend time learning that so you can teach us.
Okay, good answer. Okay, so just very quickly, when we are talking about R sounds, remember we are talking about a collection of sounds. For example, normally we call these R-colored vowels. So they are sounds that are colored, coloridos, tintados.
Coloridos.
Yeah, sounds that the quality just changes a little bit because of the R. So for example, let's start with R.
R.
Like in the word R, or far.
R, far.
Exactly. And in most accents in the U.S., we have a pretty strong R sound. So when I say a strong R or a weak R, imagine a strong R is like sotaque caipira, tipo interior, porta, amor. So
you're trying to
Foster imitating the interior. Yeah, so far, party, bar. Perhaps in other varieties of English, like in British English, you might say party, going to the bar. But here we say bar.
Like Irish, right?
No, Irish actually has a pretty strong R as well.
Really?
Yeah. Get some drinks at the bar.
But I think that there is like bar, and not like bar, you know?
No, in Scotland, they have the trilled R, the rolled R.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't try to outsmart me with the different dialects of my own language, Alexia. So we have the R sound. We also have the OR sound in words like more, for. Can you say that?
More, for.
Mm-hmm. So
Your.
Exactly. And then
Sore.
Okay, great. Then we have the sound, like foster.
Foster.
Mother.
Mother, father, brother.
Mm-hmm. One quick correction, Alexia. Remember that in the words mother and brother, this is actually the schwa sound, o som do schwa. So I'm almost hearing you say mother, but it should be mother.
Mother.
Yeah, super relaxed on that first vowel sound. Okay?
Yeah.
Mother. In addition to that, we have the air sound, like in the word air, like nuach livre.
Uh-huh.
Or in the word bear or care.
Bear, care, air,
Tear.
fair.
Yeah.
There.
Exactly.
I dare you.
Yeah. Okay, great. So all of that is just a long way to say we have many different R sounds, and you should pay attention to all of them.
Okay.
Cool? Okay.
Do you think that I have difficulties with the R sound?
Yeah, from time to time.
This means that, yes, Alexia, you do have.
No, I mean, yeah. I'm always, at the same time, very hard on you and also very sweet with you. So it's difficult. But
You know that
always have room for improvement.
You know that you have your R in Portuguese, sometimes just like a carioca R, and sometimes just like the countryside R. So with my dad's name, Marco.
I say Marco.
You always say Marco.
Yeah. Yeah, it depends on the word. For some reason, I don't know if it's laziness, but it took me a long time to figure out the carioca R, like Marco. But I don't want to say Marco. It sounds almost disrespectful for some reason. So I say Marco. I don't know.
Yeah, if it's natural for you, go ahead.
Yeah, not really what I believe, but that's what I do because although I'm a teacher, I am lazy as well. Anyways, Alexia, we have a few examples of difficult R sounds, difficult combinations that you and most of our students have some trouble with. So do you want to talk about them?
Yes, let's do it.
Ok, vamos lá. Alexia, me fala, por favor, a palavra em inglês, a palavra raramente.
Rarely.
Okay. Rarely.
Rarely.
Okay, let's start with just the word rare. Haru.
Rare.
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 Okay, one more time. Rare.
Rare.
Okay, so this is difficult because you have an R at the beginning and an R at the end, right?
Uh-huh.
So whenever we have a difficult sound, you want to try to separate everything into its most simple, its most basic parts. So let's start with the word air, like right?
Air.
Air. Perfect. No problems, right?
No.
Okay, now let's try to slowly but surely add the R at the beginning. Rare.
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 How does that feel?
Horrible.
Horrible. Okay.
No, but just because I think that I'm thinking too much about how to make the sound, and it's not natural for me yet, and that's why.
It's totally normal. That's part of the game. So repeat with me 3 times. Rare.
Rare.
And really try to do what I'm doing and exaggerate the first part of rare.
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 Rare. There we go. Awesome. I like the intensity. Okay, now let's try to put on the LY sound.
Wow.
Gaivotas. Como odeio e amo vocês.
I'm really scared that they're gonna poop.
Okay. When birds poop, it's not just poop.
I know that, Foster.
It's their poop, pee, vomit, semen, everything.
Thank you.
Okay. So let's try to add the ly to make this an adverb and say rarely.
Rarely.
Okay. Rare.
Rarely.
Okay, so 3 times fast. Rarely.
Rarely. Rarely. Rarely. Rarely.
Okay, the last one was almost a little rarely, so let's try it rarely.
Rarely.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
How do you say when the dá rasante, like when almost goes to you?
Flew right over your face?
Yeah, right over.
Yeah.
Rasante.
Okay. Let's try to stay focused, Alexia. Okay, so rarely.
Rarely.
Can you use that in a sentence, please?
I will rarely use the word rarely.
What word would you use instead?
I'm almost never going to use
See,
the
isn't
word
that crazy?
rarely.
Instead of saying something very unnatural, like I'm almost never going to use that word, the crazy things that people will do to avoid a difficult word.
Rarely.
When if you could just perfect the pronunciation of rarely, you don't have to say those weird, crazy phrases. You can just say the right word.
Rarely.
Excellent. Awesome.
Barely. Barely is fine.
Barely?
Yeah. My problem is with the R.
Yeah. So we've identified the problem. So with that
the beginning.
First R in the beginning, this is really what many R's, we call them a liquid consonant, because you can maintain this sound forever. It's like water. So when I say r or mother, I can maintain that sound. It's like water. It's like liquid.
Okay.
Right? So you really want to focus on the rarely.
Rarely.
It's pretty good. Good start. Okay, can we try the word, where is the place that you read books?
Bed. A library.
There we go.
Okay.
Library.
Library, yeah.
So try to say that with me. Library.
Library.
Okay. This one's difficult for a lot of people because the B-R-A combination, when you have the bre and then the re, library.
Library.
Fun fact, did you know that a lot of Americans actually say library?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like a lot of my friends say library.
I just said library. I don't know why, but it's a library.
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 Yeah.
And a lot of your friends say library?
Yeah, they don't put the extra R.
But the correct is library.
Library.
Okay.
And how do you call the person that works at a library?
Librarian.
A librarian. Is that difficult for you?
No, I was just thinking if it was correct or not.
It's totally correct. Okay, can you tell me what month are we currently in right now?
February.
February. So this is actually difficult for me even, because most people do not say February. I say February. So what I'm really saying is February. Yeah. So I'm not saying Febru, but Febu.
February.
I'm actually saying Feb-you-ary.
Okay. Which one?
Sorry, there are people walking by. I got confused.
Feb.
You, like me and you.
You.
Airy.
February.
Yeah.
So January, February, March, and April. March and June. July and August. November, December. Da, 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 da. I used to learn like that.
That's what I was imagining.
February.
Okay. Can we try the word regularmente?
Regularly.
Okay, let's start with just regular.
What?
Regular.
Regular.
So let's start with reg.
Regularly.
Okay, but when we put it all together, this is what we would call a multiple stressed word. So we would say regularly. Yeah. With a lot of these adverbs, words that have an ly at the end, it's easy to put a little stress at the beginning. So I will say regularly.
But do I say the larly?
Regularly.
Okay. Regularly.
Yeah. I would just focus on putting a stress on the first part, and that should help you get everything more natural. Regularly. It's pretty good. Okay, you think that's hard? We are going to end with a somewhat famous tongue twister. Do you want to try this one?
Do I have an option?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. So first, how would you translate the word juror?
Júri. Yeah. Ou juiz, né?
Mas é uma pessoa que está participando no júri.
Jurado.
Talvez.
Sim.
Jurado. Então é jurado rural.
Okay.
That's
it doesn't make
saying.
sense, right?
You would not really say this in any context.
Okay.
It could make sense if you say, oh, he is a rural juror. But anyway, try to say this. Rural juror.
Rural.
Rural.
I don't even open my mouth.
Okay, first let's start with rural. Rural.
Rural.
Rural.
Rural.
Rural.
Rural.
Rural.
Woo.
So try the word juror.
Juror. You should be doing this with Felipe, not me.
Why?
Because he's our guinea pig nowadays as well.
No. Felipe is our tech support. You're the guinea pig, always. Meu amor.
Vai.
Juror. Rural. Rur. So start rur. Think like a dog. Rur. Compose yourself. Rur. Oh.
Rural.
Você não vai conseguir, né? Okay, everyone. Just try to say rural juror because Alexia clearly cannot maintain her composure.
No, go ahead. Let's do it.
Rural juror. Rural juror. Rural juror. Ah, um gato. Okay, guys.
Kitty cat.
Practice your R sounds. They are difficult. They are important. The R is one of the most defining characteristics that really distinguishes different accents. So if you have a good understanding of erotics, a good understanding of how are people making different R sounds and how to produce them, that will help you so much when you are listening to people from different places. It will help you think, that person's American, that person's British. The R sounds are fundamental for fluency. That's all I have to say. Anything to add, Alexia?
Rural juror.
Okay, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Perfect. Bye. Muito obrigada por ter escutado mais um episódio aqui do nosso Inglês no Necro Rádio. Como sempre, vou pedir para você deixar sua review, deixar o seu e-mail no nosso site inglesnuecrupodcast.com, ficar de olho nas novidades que a gente sempre manda, nossos recursos grátis, enfim, todas as novidades que a gente puder, a gente vai estar compartilhando com vocês, principalmente por e-mail. Então, é isso. Eu quis aqui dar esse recado. Como sempre, obrigada pelo suporte e a gente se vê no próximo episódio, tá bom? Bye!